Hello everyone and welcome to Doctor and More. Doctor and More actually got 100 subscribers. That is the first 100 subscribers and it's actually 104. It really means a lot for everyone who has subscribed. Thank you so much. Today we are going to talk about the symptoms of PCOD. So PCOD is something I've uploaded I think 3 videos regarding PCOD, in which you have the causes of PCOD, what is PCOD, the difference between PCOS and PCOD. So all these things you can definitely check the link in the I box and also in the description box. So today what I thought regarding the symptoms, I'm not going to give you only the 3-4 main symptoms. I thought to include the entire package. So I'm going to talk about the 10 symptoms actually, which can help you to diagnose or which can help you to know whether you are having PCOD, and that may actually help you to go visit a gynecologist. Here what I want to say, never self-diagnose yourself. If you have any of these symptoms, definitely see a gynecologist, and that is why I'm making these videos. So let's start with today's video. So the first symptom of PCOD, which is really common, is scanty menses. Scanty menses means the flow has decreased. So this can be in two terms. For example, a lady complains that the flow previously used to be of 4 days and now it is only of 2 days. So this is one scenario. Second scenario, in which the days are the same, that is 4 days only, but the flow per day or the pads used per day, that has decreased. So any one of them we call that as scanty menses, and both these can be symptoms of PCOD. At times both things together also there, that is the number of days have also decreased and also the flow has decreased. So this is a symptom which is common in many other things also, but if out of the 10 symptoms which we have, maximum symptoms if they are of PCOD, then we say that it is of PCOD. Moving on to the second symptom, that is irregular menses. Irregular menses means your interval of menses. For example, previously patients tell us that my menses used to come correctly within 28 to 30 days, but now it is coming 40 days and 45 days, at times 60 days. And when you ignore that your menses are coming late, then there will come a time when menses will come so at such big intervals, that is 3 months, 4 months, at times I've seen patients 6 months, and eventually menses don't come if no medicines are taken. So that is a really bad thing, because the disease has progressed that much, right? So irregular menses is also a clue. At times irregular menses along with scanty menses, this is the most common thing which I see from patients. That is, patients say that my menses don't come on time, always 10 to 15 days late, and always the flow has also decreased, and this is happening from 2 years. So this is a very big indication. Most of the patients come with these complaints. So on to the third symptom. So third symptom is amenorrhea. Amenorrhea, that is the menses don't come. So this symptom is really problematic, especially in married girls, because they feel that they are pregnant, they do the UPT test and they don't understand the UPT is negative. Then they approach the gynecologist thinking that maybe the pregnancy, it is early pregnancy and the UPT will come positive. And when for such patient we do investigations, that is we do sonography, we do blood tests, then we come to know it was not pregnancy, it was PCOD. The fourth symptom of PCOD is infertility. For example, lot of women actually don't pay that much attention as to this flow has decreased or not decreased, and they think that it's okay if it is little bit, like 4 days it's used to come and now it is coming 4 days, but the number of pads has decreased. So most women, obviously we are also busy in our life, so I won't blame that. So most women don't pay that much attention, but after marriage actually, when they have infertility or when they are not able to conceive and they visit a gynecologist, and at such times actually the cause after doing investigations is PCOD. So PCOD is actually one of the leading causes of infertility even in India. So if you have watched my second video, I actually explained how infertility occurs because of PCOD. The egg which is supposed to be formed, that is the female egg which is supposed to be formed, it is not formed properly. Also it doesn't come out of the ovary, as a result of which the patient is infertile, because the egg is only not forming properly. Either it is not forming properly or the egg is not formed at all. So both these two things are there. So on to the fifth point, which we have actually discussed in the 6 signs whether you have a gynec examination. The 6 signs whether you have a gynec problem. So weight gain is there. Many women actually nowadays are aware that weight gain is because of PCOD, especially the women who have PCOD. They Google, they see, so they know actually. So weight gain when it is associated with the menstrual symptoms, so definitely it can be associated with PCOD. So the sixth symptom is actually acne. Acne are small pimples which we come. One or two pimples is okay, but some people, especially in this area, they have this patch, I'll say, and that is always red. Even if there is no acne, still the skin is really red, and whatever they apply, whatever they do, it is still persistent. And at times you can they can tell us like it is from 3 years I'm getting this acne, before that it is not there. Especially when we see the duration of all these symptoms, and all the symptoms duration is roughly the same. For example, from 3 years only the patient is having irregular menses, 3 years only acne, 3 years only weight gain. So all these things actually, if we see minutely, then we come to know the diagnosis of PCOD even from the symptoms only. So on to the next symptom, which is hirsutism. Hirsutism means small hairs which come actually over here, over the upper lip area, over the chin area, also over the breast area. So these hairs are initially it would be small, but it would be darker than the normal upper lips, okay, and then it can become big also, and so big, and it can be so cosmetically disfiguring for the lady that she has to do upper lips and this every week, or I've seen even twice a week. So that if it is there, then it is a sign of testosterone, or I'll say androgen excess actually, because in PCOD hormonal imbalance actually occurs, as a result of which it is occurring. Another thing which I wanted to say, that is the eighth symptom, is actually hair fall. Hair fall, most women have, I mean, and there are many causes of hair fall, from systemic to local and everything. PCOD is also a cause. I haven't seen a patient of PCOD having hair fall to that extent the patient can go bald, that I'm not saying, but visibly thinning can definitely be seen in patients of PCOD, and that also duration we can assess that from 2 years, or from 2 years menstrual abnormalities are there, 1.5 years hair fall is there. So on to the ninth symptom, which is acanthosis. Acanthosis nigricans is blackish discoloration, that is over here, this area of the neck actually, also in the axilla. This area actually becomes very black, only this line actually. So the woman or the lady would be really fair and everything, but when I see this is really black, and she is also thinking why this is black. So this is actually a sign of insulin resistance. This is found in diabetic patients, male and female, but in PCOD also there is insulin resistance actually, as a result of which this occurs. This doesn't occur in every patient of PCOD. Whatever 10 things we are saying, every patient doesn't occur. Some things occur, some things don't occur. So I'll say if you have at least 4 or more of these things, then we can say that it is PCOD. On to the last thing which I wanted to say is mostly missed by patients, because this is something which I'm talking about when the first time when a girl gets menses. For example, it can be 10 years, it can be 9 years, it can be 11 years. So this, if it is delayed, for example, in current situation, in the current society in which we are living, in the current age of getting menstruation, if it is greater than 14 years actually, it's actually most of the times one of the cause can be PCOD. So that is there. So there also we evaluate ki why the menarche is, that is the first time when you get menses. So this also I wanted to say, because many mothers who come to me, they think that even if the menses come at 16 years, it's okay. Yeah, it is okay when there is a family history. For example, the mother has menarche, or the first time when she got menses was 16, and in that family it is like that. There are many, that is actually a different thing, but I just wanted to include this because recently I'm seeing some patients like that and they are really not aware. So whatever things which I see in OPD and in practice actually, and which people are not aware, I try to put it up through this medium actually, so that you can definitely get aware. So if you have at least 4 or greater than that symptoms, so definitely visit a gynecologist and see whether, get yourself checked whether you are having PCOD or not. So that's it for today's video. I hope you like the contents of today's video, and I'm going to make videos more on gynec topics, more of topics of other conditions also. And stay tuned for Dr. and More, and do support me. Stay healthy, stay calm, stay mentally fit. Do like, comment, subscribe. I know you're doing it. Thank you so much for that. And just take care. This is Dr. Prajakta Patil signing off. Bye. Have a great day.